Hi guys, I'm Guille from Cooking from Spain, and today we're gonna learn how to make the authentic Spanish tortilla. A super humble recipe, but has a lot of variations. Here we're gonna learn my version of it. I like it when it's runny inside and not so toasted. Two ingredients that are mandatory: eggs and potatoes. Of course, we want the eggs to be as fresh as they can get. The better quality the eggs are, the creamier and the tastier our tortilla is gonna be. And then, of course, we're gonna need some potatoes. Then we have one ingredient that is matter of a civil war in Spain, I gotta say. I have always cooked Spanish tortilla with onion. I like it, it gives a nice sweet flavor. It gives also a little bit of texture when you bite on it, and I will always use onion on my tortillas. We're also gonna use some salt. And about the oils, I do consider extra virgin olive oil has to be present in a tortilla, but if I fry the whole potatoes in extra virgin olive oil, the flavor is going to be too intense. My option is frying in sunflower oil, but using extra virgin for the onion that I'm going to caramelize. This is basically it. All really common ingredients that you're going to find everywhere in the world. And now we're going to see the method. Let's go. My favorite thing to do with the onions is in a separate pan, caramelize it a right amount of time, around 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, so we get a really sweet flavor and an amazing texture for our tortilla. Some people may do it differently. Some people would fry all together. That's also completely fine. In my version of tortilla, I like to do it like this. So we're just gonna peel the onions first. If you have a normal size of onion, that would be like 2 or 3. As my onions are ridiculously small, I have to use 6. Okay, so pan in the fire. For caramelized onion, I like to use this material, stainless steel. So I just cut it in half, and then doesn't have to be super even. Remember, everything is way easier if you have a sharpened knife. As I said, here in the caramelized onion is where I'm gonna use extra virgin olive oil, so we have that presence later in our tortilla. So now, I'm starting with high heat, so we release all the humidity from the onion fast enough. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt. Caramelized onion, it's literally all about time. If you wanna shorten the time a little bit, keep it high heat. Just be ready to move it all the time so it doesn't burn. While this is caramelizing, let's start with the potatoes. So 1.5 kilos. I like to have them as even as possible, right? Take your potato, cut it in half, and then again, cut this in quarters. Now, once you have the quarters of the potato, I'm looking for more or less this size. Let's say, I don't know, is it 2 millimeters? That's the way I like it better. I think it looks better inside of our beautiful tortilla. What I also highly recommend, if you have a mandolin, to use it. Because as I said, I think it looks way better when all the potatoes have the same size. Super fast, of course. I think this is the perfect size. A little bit thinner wouldn't be bad, but I'm gonna keep it like that. We're just gonna clean this a little bit now with water to remove a little bit of the starch. Don't forget your onion. And we can see how the color is starting to change, right? Sugar is being released and slightly caramelized. This is heaven here. This is what I like about cooking. Alchemy, you know? You take one thing, you transform it in. Now, preparing already the frying pan. A little bit of sunflower, no, a little bit, no, a lot. This is not the healthiest recipe, but it's really delicious. A good amount of oil, almost 1 liter. Depending also on the size of your pan, how big it is, but yeah, of course, after use, you can reuse it at least 4 times, I would say. While this is warming up, on a clean towel, I'm gonna try to remove a little bit the excess of humidity. I think I'm gonna use the whole liter. This is a lot of potatoes. Now is the moment to lower the heat of the onion when it's already getting dry and caramelized. Second important thing, the frying, okay? What I want here is like a balance between frying and confiting, which is frying under 100 degrees. So I'm gonna try to keep my oil in 120, 130 degrees. For that, now I'm waiting to heat it up a little bit more, because whenever I put the potatoes in, the temperature is gonna go low. Okay, so this oil is right now in 150 and going up. So it's the perfect moment to drop the potatoes in. And we're gonna try to keep this temperature 120 degrees more or less for around 15-20 minutes, okay? It depends on the variety of your potatoes. It depends on how old the potato is, if it has more or less water. So I would say 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes we check, and maybe we need 5 more, we will see. Another trick, puristas are gonna kill me, but why not? Umami is always welcome in my kitchen. A little bit. See, every time I see that the onion is lacking some humidity, I put a little bit more of water. This already has a nice color. Now, while we move this, we have to be careful, but we also want to half break some of the potatoes, okay? Because half breaking some of the potatoes are gonna release a little bit more starch later when we mix it with the egg, and we're gonna make an emulsion. And that's what also makes the tortilla interesting, beautiful looking, even though it's runny inside. A little bit of broken soldiers, it's okay. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more Spanish recipes. Even though it says here, don't follow me, I'm lost. I'm not lost with Spanish food. I'm from 600 grams, 250. Okay?
250 only?
Yeah. That's literally what caramelizing onion means. Removing all the humidity, all the water that onion has until it gets super concentrated, the flavor, the sugar. Almost 10 minutes. Look how the bottom of the pan is already getting some color. That's why I like to use pan instead of fryer. You can already create a little bit of different textures on the bottom of the pan, but you have to move it, of course. Regarding the egg situation, okay? In Spain, there's another civil war about how to cook the tortilla. Some people want it overcooked, some others, like me, want it super runny. Those who don't like runny tortilla would say, yeah, salmonella and stuff. If you leave your runny tortilla there for the whole afternoon, summer at 40 degrees or 30 something degrees, that's dangerous, that's gonna be a problem. But if you just cook your tortilla runny, you put it in the table with your family and you eat it right away or in a window of 1 hour, let's enjoy runny tortillas without being scared about it. 3 eggs per 150 grams of potato. 12 eggs. It's gonna be a big tortilla, no? 150, 150, 300, 150, 600, 600. Yeah, we're gonna use 12 eggs. Yeah. Now, look. Am I international or not? The texture of the potato after 15 minutes is 120 degrees more or less. It is soft and perfect. I'm gonna give it a last boost at high heat to get it crunchy and get some of those Maillard reactions that I love. Maybe I should get like a parch like this saying. While whisking your eggs, we don't want to add too much air, so we use a spoon for this. I'm already gonna happen to the rest, literally. But we do want to make them even. I don't want to have parts with egg white and parts with egg yolk, okay? We need to make it all look the same. Look, this already smells amazing. The texture is the texture we were looking for. Super smooth, but also crunchy and with color in some parts. Okay, so this is basically ready for our eggs. I'm gonna remove the excess of oil, but I don't mind if it has a little bit. In total, I got 884 grams of potato after poaching from 1.5 kilos. Remember, this is super hot. 880 grams of potato with 11 eggs. Potatoes are already getting to know the eggs. They are actually liking each other. I'm gonna now drop the onion, 260 grams of onion. Now we're trying it. The potato has the right texture. It's perfect, but it needs more salt. Always try. This doesn't work. Imagine it's something like 1 pinch per egg plus the potatoes. It's when you reach the right amount of salt, when you try it and you literally transport yourself to Spain with a cañita. I cannot tell you also an amount of I could, of course, use a bigger pan and make one huge tortilla. I like to use a small one and keep it thick. 2021. Once the egg with the potato, with the caramelized onion and the salt is all set, I like to let it chill for like 10 minutes so all the flavors like equilibrate and stuff. On the meanwhile, clean. Okay, after 10 minutes chilling, look how this looks. okay? It's already emulsified, and this is what we want. When you see this texture right here, you know you have done it good, and no matter what you do now, your tortilla is gonna be amazing. Well, more or less, because now it's a tricky moment. We're gonna use a non-stick pan. We're gonna warm it up good enough. And also something special that I like to do is to turn the tortilla at least 3 times. By turning the tortilla 3 times, we're gonna make it more round and more beautiful. This is the lid for tortilla that I have. I bought it on Amazon, like less than 10 euros. What I do is put a little bit of oil in the pan, also a little bit of oil here. Make it oily. The pan is hot enough. Also the sides, really important because the sides are what's gonna help us shape the tortillas. Once it's preheated, we can lower the fire, okay, to a medium high heat, more or less, fuego medio alto. Okay, and once this is hot enough, we're gonna go with our mix of eggs. 1, 2, no, 3 actually. Okay, this has in total 600 grams. And look, this movement already helped us close the tortilla. We can lower the fire now, and instantly I'm gonna give it the first twist. Okay, there we go. A little bit more oil here, and the tortilla is gonna slice perfectly thanks to the oil that we put before. Okay, now we help ourselves maybe with something like this. We still shape the tortilla with round movements. This, no problem, okay? Let's not throw it away. Goes on top, a little bit more oil. Okay, and this, okay, slice. It's already getting the shape that I want. Look how fluffy it's inside, okay? I can tell it's still pretty runny inside. That's how I want it. One more, just because I like the other one side better, and that's how I'm gonna present it. So I'm just gonna take one plate. And there we have our first tortilla. I love to see this, when it's still dancing. When I see this movement, I'm happy, okay? We're gonna make another one, a big one this time, I think. Hostia, it's a kilo of tortilla, eh? High heat. We can already also do this, like trying to close the egg, and instantly we're going back with the huge. Okay, and as we did also before, we shape it a little bit. All this leftover is coming in, we want that, and we still make it round. Remove together, yeah. Okay. And it goes more or less, huh? Tortilla in a fucking square plate. Lo que me faltaba. As a Spaniard, I feel ashamed. Anyway, there you go. And as I said, you know, that's how we want it. That's how we want it. Feedback, something that could have been better. I like this color way better than this one, okay? This color, even though is the typical picture of a tortilla, has this color, I don't like it. To me, it changes completely the flavor. If it's this amount, it's completely fine, okay? If you take it out and it's all toasted like that, I personally don't enjoy that tortilla at all. I guarantee you guys, if you follow this method, you're gonna enjoy Spanish tortilla the right way. This is juicy, it has a nice balance of the egg. It's also sweet because of the onion. I could eat this all day. That is all. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna eat this whole thing and see you in the next one. Ciao.